we are here in Hartford, Michigan,
Yep.
exploring. We had gotten the request and told about the story of a creature that hangs out here at the cemetery.
So we're investigating it, and with us we have our third investigator and our bodyguard, my son Braden.
Yeah. So this is Maple Hill Cemetery here in
Hartford, Michigan.
Hartford, Michigan, and it was founded in over here,
1894.
1894. So about what is 130 years old-ish,
Yes.
or so, which is probably when this village or a little town, I don't know if Hartford's an official city, was founded.
It's a village or a town for sure. It's a village.
So the story says that people see a creature in the back part of the cemetery.
It's supposed to be a hairy creature with greenish silvery eyes, is what they say.
That glow.
Yes.
It's pretty right next to a residential area.
And it's kind of right off one of the main highways. And yeah, through one edge of it, there's woods all around it, but there's like a mobile home park just through the woods to the north of it. So, but to the west of it, there's woods, and those woods go back quite a ways, but there's a lot of people around, a lot of, comings and goings. So yeah, I don't know.
We'll go to the back skirts of the cemetery and we'll wander around. I doubt like in the, couple minutes we're wandering that we're going to see any such thing, but
we'll let Braden go first. And then if he gets took, then we're out of here.
So here we go. Show this little thing while we're here. So there's a little headstone for a baby.
1941.
What can you look? So straight.
Got hit by a mower or something.
Knocked completely
and nobody
out
ever
of
straightened
skew.
it. Guarantee it.
Only thing here, completely crooked.
That's
Driving my organizational structure in my brain nuts right now.
Is it somebody's stereo? Somebody singing?
So we're back in the back corner of the cemetery.
We start hearing singing.
There is like musical chanting. And there's nobody in the cemetery.
No, walk up.
And I don't know that it's almost like there's a church right here and people are
That's what it sounded. That's what it sounded like. Braden ran ahead to look, so
he just took off sprinting to go try and find the sound. Look at this cool.
Oh, the old cross.
So there was nothing here, and we're not joking. There was chanting.
It sounded like church chanting or church singing.
Singing almost like monks would do.
Yeah,
like,
that was weird.
Like imagine in Sound of Music when they're like singing up in the belfry kind of thing where a bunch of the nuns are singing and stuff. That's what it sounded like, and like it was right here. And there's no churches, there's nothing.
No.
And a car passing by.
At first I thought maybe it was a car, but no, the way it sounded, and it was like it was
stable.
One central location. Yeah. Huh. Well, that's bizarre.
That was okay. So now we'll walk to the back of the
where this creature has supposedly been seen
to go find the creature thing. So, and people like, there's not a ton of stories that we could find about it. But there's a few, I guess, not as many. Like if it was a thing, you would think you would find more stories about it. But they said it could be like the Dog Man, which is a little bit northern Michigan.
I see those all over. I mean, a lot of them is because they're old.
And then
they have just tilted.
Some say, oh, it could have been like a
crosses.
Crosses have tilted over. Sasquatch type creature.
Listen, I thought you were talking about
but it doesn't say when the creature's seen or how often it's seen. But it said it scared some teenagers out of the cemetery one night.
I thought it was like some mom.
Why are the teenagers in the cemetery at night?
It's hard to say.
Yeah, who knows? I feel like if it was a big big thing at the cemetery, there would be more to it.
Well, yeah.
Where maybe this is just a...
And to me, I mean, there's, like I said, there's pretty thick woods and stuff around here, but you're pretty close to anything in any one direction. I mean, if you go more than a couple miles.
Right here, so kind of where we're walking. I mean, it's woodsy.
It's thick, but you got the highway less than a mile, less than 3/4 of a mile in that direction, probably.
Yeah.
And then to this back edge where they supposedly saw this thing, I mean, it's real thick and it gets swampy. But again, like 300 yards to the north is the edge of a trailer park. And then to the west, you could probably go, I guess, a mile or two where it's just solid woods. And there's a lot of...
I'm sorry if it's a little bumpy as we're walking. Somebody said that about our last cemetery video, but...
We're walking, yeah.
I don't have like a fancy thing where I can carry it and we're not walking.
Well, and this is a super rural area and like a farm community around here. So there is tracts of woods and everything else, but I mean...
So I can see this is a little auspicious, kind of coming down into this thick corner. So it's pretty thick.
Yeah, and look, there's an old gate.
Yeah, there's an old gate to probably some farmland that was there, headed back.
That's like their dump spot or something for the cemetery. See, they're still dumping their yard waste down along here.
What are you looking at?
Just tracks.
Do you see big footprint tracks?
No, if I see a dog man or a big footprint, you people will be the first to know.
So it's hard to investigate when you're trying to look into stories like this because, you know, if they're not seen that often, what's the likelihood that the big creature's going to show up when we're here?
Right, or you're, you know, don't know exactly where.
I mean, it's definitely a...
Yeah, and like I said, back here is where it drops down, and I mean, it's thick woods.
Yeah, to the point where, like, I won't go in there without, like, boots and stuff.
No.
But, I mean...
But it gets swampy over here as the woods kind of curve around. It gets swampy over there, and then there's like a trailer park right there, like I was saying. So this is the only place I can imagine where if something was coming up in here, it had to be along the little woods we just walked or right here. And they would have had to have seen it back here. And it makes sense that teenagers probably saw it because this is a spot where people would come park or drink or hang out or, you know, whatever.
Yeah, because there's no graves really like
no.
right here. So this is all pretty empty area of the cemetery that you could come park back here. You're not going to be seen from the main road. And
do what teenagers in small towns do.
You know, hang out or do whatever. And I guess maybe look back to the woods and see something or nothing or come up with stories because that's what teenagers do. And people do to come up with some creative, fun stories because who doesn't want a cool haunted story in their town? I had a
yeah, no thanks. No thanks,
haunted road in my town growing up that you don't drive down at night because your car will stall and then the hook man will come out for you.
Tells no tale. What about
I think, does everybody's town have a hook man in it? Probably.
Let's hear it again.
There is.
It's coming from, the wind's coming from this way, so it's got to be coming from across the road somewhere.
There's got to be a sound because right now all we hear, there is like whistling.
With the wind carrying it, you'd be surprised.
Whistling literally a song.
Huh.
But it sounds like they are literally right.
Braden's running over to investigate again.
Here. Yeah, Braden just keeps taking off running to go try and find it because these sounds sound like they are right specifically.
Yeah. I can hear it. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know if you guys
will be able to hear this on the thing. And I wish you could because, I mean, we're not seeing Wolfman, Dogman, Sasquatch Man, whatever man. But the sound thing is kind of weird and creepy. We are the only car in this cemetery, and it's kind of a big cemetery. You can see it's laid out way over there, and that's got this big ridge which goes up to the ones we just walked up by. So it's a big cemetery. So we are back behind a couple
I'm talking
hills.
about up here where the storage areas and all the shit.
Coming across the field.
Wind's kind of coming
The field
right from
across,
that direction.
you would think would be buffered by the sound.
I'm not hiding my fear. I'm just trying to cross out logical
That's
things.
kind of weird.
Well, it is, and the only thing I can think of is there's like a storage area and something else across the street, and the wind's coming from that direction. But I mean, really, I don't know. That's weird that we just keep hearing it every once in a while.
Because it's a consistent level. It's not like it's wavering as a car.
There, we heard it the same exact noise. I'm telling you, there's a ghost over there.
There's something.
There's something. That's weird.
So no man in the woods that we've seen.
I'm telling you right now.
But definitely a weird ghost sound. So keep sending us your cemeteries, especially if they're local, that we can stop and do a quick little
video on.
A little walk around video, something for you guys. We'll investigate. I mean, we could investigate more. We could hang out here all night with sleeping bags, which breaks rules.
The Ghostbusters.
We could be. We could be. That could be fun. But yeah, send us your stuff. Thanks.
See you guys. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye, guys.